Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have a bingo-y rack, but with duplicates, which means that I don't think there's a 7 here. There could be an 8. I've got the air prefix. No scoring tiles. But I should be able to sort the rack out without needing to change. But is there an 8 here with the right floater? I haven't seen anything yet. But I'll wait until my opponent plays to consider what floaters he provides. Certainly plenty of options for sorting this rack out. Okay, well, L and A duplicate tiles on my rack. And I can't see a bingo with either of those. K, larrikin. That's not an 8. Now, what about H? Hail, hair nail. Not good. Can't see an anagram. Okay, well, at least I've got scoring tiles on the board to score off. Now, I'm thinking about playing Arlei, keeping RN, but I think Ale is a much better rack leave. 16 points, sorry, Rain is a much better rack leave than just NR. And I can't see a way of playing off just one more vowel. So I think I'll go with this. Not great. Again, bingo-y tiles, but with duplicates, and I'm lacking an E or an S. Gosh, I've duplicated each of the consonants I kept. How annoying. Again, I should be able to play through this without needing to change. But will I have access to high-scoring tiles on the board? My O can go in front of KA. And I would like to play off certainly an N and probably an R as well. Duplicates significantly reduce bingo prospects. And I want to maximize my bingo chances. And I should be able to do that with a rack like this. A play of Norai or its anagrams would sort the rack out. Can't see any of those which fit in row G. I don't... my A can go above HI, so I could play a word with OA in it. I don't have the second A for annoyer. RA not good. So I think the best I can do there is OR, but that's keeping duplicate N. Great. I was half expecting my opponent to bingo then, and he's provided a new high-scoring tile for me to benefit from. Column 8 not particularly useful. Tripling 1-point tiles for a score of 21 and burning 5 tiles. I think I can do better than that. Exine takes an R in front. I've got an R. So I could play iron down here. Let me see what this scores. So that's 21. Keeping ANR, which would be the same score as playing down from the N, were there to be such a play. But a better rack leave, 3 synergetic tiles is better than 2. Now, can I do better than this? What about a play in row K? So do I have anything beginning NI or RI? I think Rani's the best I can do here that I've seen. And that's 21 and a worse rack leave. So I think I'll go with iron. And I think that's better than Royne because the I opens up column 3. And although I'm only a little bit behind, I want to keep the board open until such time as I'm ahead should that happen. Iron does take an E after it, so this is slightly open, and it also takes a G in front for a row H play. However, that will be opening the board up more, so I think I'll go with this. Now that looks promising. I do finally have an E. I have Adorned, which plays in column 3, making DI. And I also have it in row K because card is good, so that's worked out quite nicely. I don't think Adorned has an anagram, so it doesn't play in row M, making Iron. Do I have anything in column 8 ending with an A? Don't think so. Ale only takes an S after it. My preferred placement is row K. It will score more. And it's not particularly dangerous. No vowels next to premium squares, and I'm not opening up column 15. And I don't think my opponent's going to block both openings. Now, do I have a play through the E of Rexind? Possibly a double-double. Well, my tiles look quite bingo-y, but I can't see a bingo through a floating E. Through an I would have Ordained. Again, my opponent taking a while with his move. Okay, well, quite a nice score, 41 points. He's opened up column 1. But I can't see a bingo through that S. Quite high probability if it exists, so I'm going with my original placement down here for 79 points. Not great. UW pretty unsynergetic, and G makes it worse. Through LO, I would have bungalows. And there may be an 8-letter bingo with this set. 44 points for my opponent. He's scoring well. Now, what about the E? I've got the gun as a prefix, or a suffix rather. So close to blowguns. I've also got bug. I've got un. And nothing good is coming to mind. NA takes a W. But how can I sort this rack out? I'd like to play off as many of these non-synergetic tiles as possible. I'm 30 points behind. GNOW is good, but EW isn't. I can't see... Well, I suppose Gore is the best I can see down here. Bun's not such a bad rack lead. The B for score and the U's negativeness is softened by the N. And the vowel consonant balance is fine. 21 points, not great. My N can go after Chi. Can't see a good spot there. Card takes nothing in front. I think I will go with this. Okay, well, that could have been worse. This is a much more tractable rack. No bingo, but no duplicates. Nice bingo by my opponent. He's now 70 or 80 points in the lead. But the board's fairly open. And I can sort out all of my problem tiles by playing by for 24, and that's opening a new bingo lane in row N. And it's leaving a pretty good rack leave, which goes well with the E of adorned, and certainly if I draw an E, it'll be a pretty good 5-letter set. So is there anywhere better for buy? I could play it in column 3 for a lower score, so I don't want to do that. It doesn't play underneath adorned, so I don't think there's anywhere massively better. This board is pretty promising. It's got a lot of bingo lanes. In particular, it's got column 12 for a bingo ending in S. And I have a bingo ending in S. I have congas, which plays there. I have congrees, which plays in column 13. And congas actually plays in row N as well, because B, G, and I's are all good. And that may be the best placement. I don't have anything beginning with the T. And congas fairly good in row N because all of the H's have gone, so the row N play won't open up either of the triple word squares. I'm 50 odd points behind, so after my opponent plays, congas may not put me in the lead. But if my opponent doesn't bingo, it should draw me close to him. Now, am I missing any lanes? I don't think there are going to be many words with H, N, E in the middle. Certainly it would probably be a something NE word, like a something net. But OT not good, and that's not a particularly likely suffix anyway, so I don't think there's much in column 5. Now my conga spot's been taken, and a good score for my opponent, 37 points. But I still have it in column 12. Can't see anything ending in A. Now, what about congrees? I think that's going to be better because the G will be doubled. It's a slightly blocky play in the sense that I'm taking out the floating E and D of adorned. The S is not a floater for a bingo. I'm interrupting row N as a bingo lane. So column 12 will be better from that perspective. However, it's still quite an open board. So 78 points for this placement. Let me just consider the score for the other. 76 points. There's only a 2-point difference. I think I'll sacrifice those 2 points and keep the board open. So 76 points will take me to 237. I'll be 20 points behind. Yeah, I'd like to keep the board open. Wow, so close to Zemst var and Zemst vo. Instead I have Zemst vi. V and Z together not great. Visiments is good, for which I would need an A gap N. So an A here, that's not going to happen. So is there anywhere super hot for my Z? I've got Ritz for 36. I'm going to struggle to play off the V with it. But certainly if I could get rid of the V and the Z, the remaining tile's quite bingo-y. This looks quite a hot spot after J, O. I don't have anything which goes there apart from E and T. And really you'd need a high-scoring tile to get the most out of that. That goes with Begar Twy. Okay, so there are no high-scoring tiles which work as a 3-letter play. Gov is good. Which could be useful because I could have a play VE. Yeah, so if I play Ritz, then I've got a spot in row N for VE next go. I don't have any something EV plays. 12 minutes on my clock and on my opponent's. Now, is there really nowhere for V and Z to play? Through an I would have Visey. Or would I? Onto a Y, I would have Visey, I think. So, setting aside playing off the V and the Z, where can I play off just the Z? I've seen Ritz. And I haven't seen anything else. Is there anything in row L getting the Z doubled? 27 points for my opponent, so he's continuing to score well, and he's nearly 50 points ahead. OW takes a V. VIE doesn't work. Now, is Ritz the best I can do? That's keeping two high-scoring tiles, the M and the V. Can I play Ms somewhere? I don't think so. This isn't a great board for the Z. So I think I'll do this for 39. Although this rack leave is pretty grim. So that's 39. I could play Zig for 33. And the I does help this rack leave. Then that's obstructing the N as a floater. This just doesn't feel optimal. But I'm keeping VE for next go. Now I have IVE. I'm just wondering about this go. Well, I think I will go with this. I draw the second V. So this isn't looking great. And this was the risk, really, of keeping the rack lead that I did. It's vulnerable to this sort of pickup. And this is having drawn the S and felt that I was close to a bingo. If I could play off Z and V, I'm now quite a long way away from a bingo. And I'm 7 points behind with my opponent on turn. So do I have any... I have Vive down here. Fantastic. I hope that stays available, keeping CMS. And it is. However, my opponent has bingoed and played a blank, so he's gone into a good lead. However, it's nice that my Vive spot is available for 43 points, and I'm opening up a new bingo lane in row O. I've got the last S. There is a blank to come, so it's not over yet. I don't draw the blank. My opponent may have it. There are 15 tiles in the bag. Gosh, so close to Com Simp. And it may be worth playing that anyway for the score and the chance of drawing. Sorry, very close to Com Simps if I'd had the S. But 66 points is a good score. It's a bingo-y score. And the remaining tiles are quite bingo-y. So let's see if I can draw the blank. No, I don't. Okay, and I'm back to having duplicates. I'm 4 points behind. My opponent could well have another bingo here. And if he doesn't, he could use the blank as an S for a 40-odd, 50-point play in column 15. 6 tiles in the bag, so the blank could still be in the bag. And I should be able to sort this rack out fairly easily. If I just get rid of the A and the I, then the remaining 5 tiles are pretty good. Let me look at the vowel situation. Not so great. 7 out of 13, so slightly vowel heavy. If I play off just AI, I'm keeping a vowel heavy rack. So maybe AIA somewhere. That would play above adorned. I've got the P for score. But I sort of feel that I'm unlikely to win this game without a bingo. Just 21 for my opponent. And that's good. He's opened up a new bingo lane in row C for bingos ending in T. 3 tiles left, so maybe I should play just AI. Vowel situation. Okay, that's deteriorated. Only 3 constants left, DLT, plus the blank. So where can I play AI? And what about blocking comsimps? Well, what I could do is this. AI, because the comsimp spot is unlike... Well, I suppose it would be useful for either of us. But I think if I draw the blank, I'm in a pretty bingo-y situation. So I think this is better for me. So I'll play AI for 7 here. I could play AIA in this spot. Do I need to leave 1 in the bag? So AI 7, 392, I'll be 18 behind. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this unless I bingo. If I play off 1 more tile, and I think if I bingo, I win. And I think playing AIA increases my chances of bingoing. So I think I'm going to play this longer word. And the blank was not in the bag. And my rack's pretty horrible. So I'm 15 points behind. My opponent's going to have at least, well, 2 goes if he wants it. He may have a bingo straight away. But that was a pretty dreadful pickup for me. I picked up E, I, U, only vowels. Well, I guess that means playing off only vowels last time was fine. I'm pretty sure there's no 7 or 8 letter bingo here, which is a shame since the board is still fairly open. My opponent plays off just the 1 tile. So I do get to have a go. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to... I'm pretty sure he's spotted an out in order to have just played 1 tile. But I need to focus on my own rack. Well, I guess he's got comsimps for when he wants. For 54 points. And there's nothing I can do to block that. So if he's going to do that, it means I'm going to have 2 goes. I would like to go out in 2. How can I do that? A play of etui somewhere would leave pi. But I can't see anywhere for that. Is there another way of going out in 2? A very difficult rack to deal with. 5 vowels, a U and 2 I's. Through an R, I would have U rip I. I've got 6 minutes left. Struggling to see anything here. Well, I've got Payu for 21 points. Can I go out with WEIT? Well, I can. I've got retie. And my opponent either has got to take his points for comsimps or he's got to block retie. He can't do both. So I think this works. Quite a close game, but not close enough. I don't think my opponent's got a play in row O. But even if he has, he may be best sticking his blank in the top right. Eight minutes on his clock and 5 on mine. Yeah, great. So no bingo there, and he's either not spotted or chosen not to play. Simps, I have retie. Do I have anything better? This is 10 points. I haven't really looked for something scoring more. I can't see anything through the D. Can't see anything onto the H, so I think I'll go with this. Just wait for my opponent to formally end the game, which he does. And the final score, 428 to me, 455 to my opponent, a winning margin of 27 points, so well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. It was my opponent to go first. He played Lack. My rack, I didn't miss a bingo here. Lanai, yeah, I think that's probably slightly better. I didn't like keeping NR with one of the plays I considered across here, Arlei, I think. But I think Lanai slightly better. My opponent's rack, he plays Exine. And great, no missed bingo here and nothing fabulous on offer, so iron is fine. Opponent plays Saw, and I have Adorned. Wow, only one spot for it. And at this point I have a slender lead, which rapidly disappears. Now, Nawab's J8. Oh, right, down here. That would have been quite nice. Burning the S, but scoring 45 points. Instead, I played Gore for 21, but keeping the S, so Nawab certainly better. Opponent plays Tortures. Now I play Buy for 24, keeping Rons, and that's fairly similar to the other options there. Opponent plays Jaw, and I was considering Congrese, and I went for Congers because it kept the board slightly more open. Now my opponent has Unfolder, doesn't spot it, plays Fold, and I play Ritz for 39, which it looks okay. I didn't like it because I didn't like keeping the V. If I could have played off the V and the Z, my rack leave would have been bingo-y. This was a vulnerable rack leave, but there was nothing massively better. Now, a nice rack for my opponent. Again, he has a bingo, and this time he spots it with Pregnant. My rack's pretty grim, but I have Vive for 43 to sort it out. Opponent's rack, he plays B, and at this point I'm a bingo behind. And I've got Simp for 66, which looks best. Opponent does not have a bingo, although this looks pretty bingo-y. Wow, he could have got 68 for Sed. Instead, plays Fet for 21. And I'm not out of it now. I'm only 25 points behind, but I'm pretty dependent on bingoing, and that basically means either picking the blank or picking a kind pickup. And certainly Joe for 24, I'm not going to bingo with that rack leave. So I still like my play of AIA. It restricts what my opponent can score from sticking the S onto Simp, and it maximises my chances of drawing the blank. To no avail, it's already on my opponent's rack. And he misses a bingo. He misses Toodling onto this G. Plays Et. And now I play Payu for 21, which does give me an out. My opponent plays Soldi, and then there is just the solitary out. So quite an interesting game, quite a high-scoring game. Both of us well over 400, and some nice words, and a wide-open board. So it wasn't a doer struggle. There were opportunities on the board for both of us, and it was a close game. And in the end, it turned on the racks right at the end, and in particular, the final blank. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.